So a few weeks back, I invited Reddit to roast me through the subreddit RoastMe, reddit.com/r/roastme. And I loved it. It was great, so I'm doing it again. Here's the picture I put up for this round of roastery. Oh, it's not flattering, but it is indeed actually what I look like, to my great dismay. God, can I just get this microphone working here? There we go. So here are some of the myriad replies I got. The only reason you frequent this sub is because it's filled with pictures of high school boys. Well, I mean, come on, guys. There's a lot better subs that have more pictures of high school boys. I don't have to come here for this. To which somebody says he was already around a bunch of younger guys when he went to college with his son in Back to School. I loved his sweet dive at the end. Yep, Rodney Dangerfield jokes. Here's some pics. Good stuff. If I see you outside my kid's school again in that trench coat, I'm gonna fuck you up. To which I said, it's not my fault your daughter was asking for it. Maybe you shouldn't have molested her quite so much. And the truth is, if you're gonna groom your kids, you have to accept the risk that someone's gonna pick up on that grooming and just close the deal. And he said, but how else do I make such she's ready for her arranged marriage? She's 7 now, so getting on a bit. Oh, wow. You took that to a much darker place than I would have, my friend. Like Rodney Dangerfield's less successful brother. Too bad only one of you is dead. Oh, I just realized the camera doesn't show the whole title. It's Roast Me. Can I move over? Is it too late? Yeah, it's too late. And then a guy said, I said, God damn! But he's at -7, so that comment doesn't... There we go. That comment doesn't terribly contribute to the conversation. You look like a budget Louis C.K. You know what? I'll take that. Hey man, if anybody in any other capacity would consider me a budget Louis C.K., I would take it. Looks like there's a crack epidemic in the Shire. Now, how in the hell did they deduce from this that I'm short? It could be the height of the fence versus the height of me? Or maybe I shot it at a funky angle. You don't know, but apparently they do know. Anything more pathetic than a failed stand-up comedian fishing for jokes on Reddit? Okay, I've never been a stand-up comic, so politely take your opinion and scream it while you're having sex with your own mother, is all I'm saying. I'd shave my butt and walk backwards if I was you. See, joke's on you, I actually do that. My ass is not shaved, but waxed. Waxed. Not even waxed, I tweeze. Hair by hair, baby. That's the penance I pay for looking this good as I walk backwards. It appears the grill replacing your forehead has done most of the work already. What? How many kids have woken up their beds and screamed when they saw that face next to them? Well, I do have a line of therapy pillows, which I donate en masse to battered children's shelters, also known as orphanages or orphanariums. And yeah, they do wake up screaming. But that's not a bug, that's a feature, because we actually put little shockers in them. Guys, come on. I'm seeing a lot of child molester jokes here. Yes, of course he's good at molesting, but let's not forget his other talents too. He owns peanut butter, spoons, and I'll bet more than a few emotionally scarred pets. Let's not limit ourselves to the obvious. And the truth is, yes, I do have pets. And I don't know if they're emotionally scarred per se, but they're definitely twitchy. They're twitchy dogs. And they would like your help. But I bet your wife looks as shitty as all the hairstyle choices on your head. All the hairstyle choices on my head. All the hairstyle choices on my head. First of all, you can only have one hairstyle choice on your head. It's not a collage. It's not a patchwork quilt of hairstyle choices. But for the curious, this is what my wife looks like, so alls y'alls can go suck it. You look like Steve Buscemi with a forehead made of ruffles. So what would that look like? That's Steve Buscemi. Oh. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I'll bet the bodies are buried in the shitty garden. I will not confirm or deny that. I'd rather not say. You have more lines on your head than I do for my Wi-Fi signal, fuck. Well, that's great because you grammar can't. Good news is we can just stand near him to roast him some more. Do you think Wi-Fi is like a thermal radiation? Or, I mean, do you think it's like UV waves going out there, bro? Because your wife is going to do worse than roast you when she looks at the Ashley Madison leak. No, it's actually funny. My wife and I, when that story first broke, I shared it with her and I was like, oh my gosh, can you believe there are literally millions of guys whose information is being revealed as people who were on Ashley Madison, and almost all of them were placed on there in error. Honey, don't leave me. Don't leave me! Are you Gollum's dad? For the record, no, I am not Gollum's dad. I have some Gollum-ish children, but none. They're Gollum adjacent. You look like the shittiest magician ever. You know what? I'll take that. From the picture I posted, I do. You look like Rachel Dratch. Who the fuck is? Okay. You know what? Looking at her, she could be in my family. I would entertain it. She's got eyes very similar to my mom. Evil Universe Dr. Rodney McKay. Okay. I'm looking at the picture. I don't know who that is. You look like a page out of a children's Connect the Liver Spots book. Oh, that's a good burn. You have the look of a failed comedian, and you likely reek of one too. Well, if a failed comedian smells like cheap beer and 5 things I won't say because my kids might watch this, then yes. Yes, I do. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to say them. I'm not going to say them. I liked you better when Macaulay Culkin was throwing paint cans and bricks at you. I get the joke. It's all right. Mind you, that's got 0 points. This is Rodney Dangerfield's ugly cousin. 0 points. You look like my neighbor who told me you can come over anytime. What? So, you think because your neighbor's friendly that he's creepy? Is that an insult? I mean, your poor neighbor. He sounds like a nice guy, and you sound like kind of an asshole. Your hairline is running from your face like every woman in your life does. Well, that's just not true, so I guess, that nose is so fucked, even your hair is edging away from it. It looks like that thing on your chin scared away the rest of your hair. You look like Robin Williams playing an axe murderer. Marty Feldman and Vern Troyer had sex, and you evolved from the jizz stain on the hotel room sheet. Yeah. I didn't know gnomes could use Reddit. What, you think our fingers are too stubby? We have custom keyboards, you jackass. We use those little keyboards from the, what do you call those? Those little shitty laptops that were a rage for about 1 year until tablets came out. Netbooks. No, we use those. Gnomes use netbooks. You look like an ugly version of Elmer Fudd. He's listening to the sound of his hair retreating. Waiting for another police academy, Zed? Can't roast in the shitty garden. It smells like corpses. Yes, one question. Did it hurt when Chewbacca humped your face? Well, first of all, I don't get the joke, but no, it didn't. It was actually consensual and quite pleasurable, so that's just that. Fame has not been kind to Steve Buscemi. It looks like your forehead lines are locked in a battle with your receding hairline and they're winning. How's that Def Leppard tribute band going, man? Gonna rub that ink off your palm after you go home alone? Steve Buscemi and Jack Nicholson's love child loves Reddit. How many children are you hiding underneath your forehead wrinkles? That fence of yours looks like it was going to be the low-budget setting prop in Brokeback Mountain. Really? You're making fun of a fence? You're calling my fence gay. Let's see how many points you got. 1. That means nobody upvoted you, nobody downvoted you. I'm the only person who read your comment. Good times. And if you look to the right, you'll see a mouse lemur. Please do not tap on the glass. They are easily frightened. Yeah. See, here we're down into the weak stuff. If that nose of yours was any more rounder, you could have a penis face. -1. Just make sure your garden is at least 500 feet away from a school as per the court order. That one's at -1, and the reason is, and by the way, to get to -1, you need 2 downvotes and no upvotes. The reason is that's so common on RoastMe. It's like the go-to. It's like I don't even have time to make something, so I'm just going to call you. Anyway, how is the devil-worshipping cult going? Heard you're up to 4 members. It's not a devil-worshipping cult. I do have a cult. But so far, I'm stuck at 0 members, despite many installations along the way. It's really frustrating. I bet you're a pretty good musician when you can stay off the alcohol. No, in fact, off the alcohol, I shake so violently that all I can do is play tambourine. And actually, the other day, I was in my what do you call them? Delirium tremors or whatever, and I was trying to shoplift a tambourine, and it was so noisy. But I ran like hell and I made it out. It was fine. You look like a newly knighted alcoholic whose wife left him for a younger man a year ago, and you just don't have the balls to take the ring off. Oof, that's harsh. You look like you've got more dry rot than your fence. Joke's on you. Fence don't have no dry rot. Let's see, that one's -3. Krang from Ninja Turtles is hiding on your forehead. Yeah. Do you have a hip foodie blog to write in Starbucks somewhere? Damn it, now I need to find my typewriter so I can annoy everybody. Don't bother. Judging by the club finger you got going on, you'll be dead soon. You don't get out of here with your huge forehead looking like Megamind and crap. So that's how RoastMe works. The better picture you post, the better response you're going to get. And I tell you, these people, there are plenty of really clever roasters in there. And there are also a bunch of juvenile fucktards. And it's okay to say that. I mean, they are gay-tarded. And when I say gay-tarded, what I'm really trying to do is offend all kinds of people, specifically two. But I don't mean it in that sense. I don't mean that they're either actually gay or actually retarded, because I don't give a shit what your gender or persuasion or identity is. And I don't care if you're developmentally delayed, because I've known so many brilliant people who were, clinically, oh, you don't have the right IQ, but they're still just fucking geniuses in other ways. But what I do mean is, there are some real idiots in there. So let the hate flow in the comments. Why don't you guys try and roast me? Let's see what the comments can generate. Because baby, I'm all about it. Let's do this.